Good morning, team. Here we are at Hamptons. It's been way too long since the last vlog. Super busy with life and shit. Took the car for scrutineering now at Chrome. Failed on a few bits, so we just had to pop the motor 10 quick. Get some supplies and some core flute for the doors. Bit of a random hardware mission, but it's sweet. Actually, wasn't as much wrong as we thought, so it's sweet. What we got? That. 2 new bonnet clips and cable ties. Yeah.
I don't know why I tried the door.
Right, so that's all the shit we need to get from motor 10. Now we gotta go shoot to Super Cheap, get a bit of hose for the oil overflow, just so we can block that off because obviously we don't want that on the track. So. Hopefully they've got some like fuel line style tube just so it can block off the overflow. So just got back from motor 10. I'll show you some of the stuff I've done on it. So I just whacked some more holes in here, gave the motor a bit of a tune up. Now we got a muffler and stuff on it. It's a bit hard to see, it's only like just a temporary muffler. I'm going to redo the whole exhaust at one point, but just not yet. So I'm going to get stuck in. We failed on needing door cards and just the overflow under the bonnet. So I'm going to get stuck into those now. So the car passed scrutineering. Just went for a little drive around. In the car park here, but now we're going to head to driver's briefing. Up the top there. I don't know when the next one's on. Right, so got like another half an hour to kill before riding the next driver's briefing. So we may as well have a little gander of some of the cars.
We want to get as many cars out there as possible. Keep these spectators entertained.
US 13.
Looks like we've got a chaser down here. And the high horsepower, 20 minutes or something, but we will definitely get the high horsepower LTX session underway. On your phone now, download the app. You can take
You tossers! You had one job to do!
Woo! Finally, actually successful laps on track. Took the old girl out. There's like a bit of a vibration at the back. I think it might be the drive shaft. I haven't actually had the drive shaft balanced yet. But that's only when you get up in the speed a bit, like 4th gear. I man, it felt good. It actually pulls quite well, considering the motor's quite flogged out. It actually pulls quite well in second gear, but I'm so pumped. It actually handle right too, because I only did a home job alignment on it. Doesn't seem to have any weird wear on the tyres or anything. Smash that, I think. Do we do 2 laps or 3 laps? Do we do 2 or 3? 2 laps. The international circuit, so the longer circuit. So, still pretty sweet though. Happy there. We got hot waiting in the queue. Man, they're loud. Wait a minute. So we got hot waiting in the queue. You can see everyone's queued up along there, ready to go out. And it actually started cooking some water out. It wasn't ideal, but I'm going to let it cool down now, put some more water in it. And have to go out in the rotary only. Hey, we're going the rotary only, eh?
And for a quick oil change in Sloan's M3 because it's just been rebuilt.
What?
I think a photo. You can see how high the oil is.
Approximately 10 hours later.
This just went out in the rotary only cruise and popped both tyres off the rim. You can't really see, I'll show you in the daytime. LT's a powered MX-5. Onesie!
Oh, check it.
Not far away.
Oh, I just got the message on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pointing them down.
Oh, Justin down.
Twilight cruise.
I reckon it's a. I reckon it's a good place to be. This was about when we lost our wheels, wasn't it?
Oh, there.
Coming out of there.
Was that corner, wasn't it, Bob?
Yeah.
Look, first lap.
No, second lap.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming that's the first
Because we
lap.
came past and then we...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, make my barn. I'm going to go and have a look.
Shit, this is a good old jet.
Yeah, I got to run them that time. Maybe we got to run on them that time. I can't keep up.
And now for something completely different.
Check this thing out, we just came and had a look inside this building. The sickest escort build, look at this. I could look at this thing all day. Full custom everything. It's hard to see. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. So sick. Even all the framework for the linkages. Whoa. That's so sick. Alright guys, so what I was trying to show you in the dark was this. It's a bit of bad luck, I think. Both tyres on the back DV'd at the same time. I think it was partly my fault, they were pretty stretched on. So it's not too much of a surprise. I was running tubes in them, which sort of helped make it easy to get them on the beat or whatever, but obviously didn't didn't prove to be too reliable. So at the moment I'm just trying to find some wider 15-inch, looking at probably getting full slicks, but also pricing up some other wheels, still steelies, like I still want to stick with the steely look, pricing up some aero racing wheels from the States. They do like NASCAR Bassett style steelies. They're quite light too, they are around 11 kilos each, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I was pretty bummed about this. It certainly put an end to the Saturday, and we spent all the Sunday morning trying to find tubes, but everywhere was closed. We went and got just some standard valves, but we just couldn't get them to stretch. The sidewalls were just too strong and just kept pulling back off. So we ended up just packing up on Sunday and making our way home, because the weather ended up being shit too. It was real just grey and rainy, and it was drizzled most of the day, but then it started raining, so we were like, stuff it, we'll just load up, come home. So look how funny this looks. Makes you realise just how wide the guards are now from a factory. Looks a bit silly, but got it on the trailer. And cheers to Shane for lending me the bottle caps too, because these were the only tyre wheels I actually took, because I was not really planning on doing skids or anything. So we ended up using those to load them on the trailer. So cheers Shane. That was Shane had the sweet Altiza powered MX-5. That thing actually hauled ass too. That's so cool. But yeah, Chrome was sort of really motivating for me, because it's the first time I've actually had a dry day in the car and actually got to have a bit of a play around with it on track. I was way too dumb and didn't actually film on track, which I was just too excited and just started driving. Forgot to set the camera up or get my missus to film, Trudy. Just got way too excited, so I think we ended up doing about 6 laps over the weekend, just on a Saturday, and sort of loved the way the car handled it. It was just as hard as I could throw it into the corners that go around. I thought it was going to be quite shitty handling, because I've only got just, what are these? King Star 205 55 15s, just street tyres on the front. So I thought it might sledge a bit in the corners, but it was just like it was on rails, which was good, and it worked. The motor actually ran real well too, because I balanced the floats and stuff on the Thursday before, pulled the top of the carby off, rebalanced the floats, cleaned the jets out. Obviously the new door cards, and I also, one thing I forgot to show you on that last, when we were at the track, because the old flogged out rotary trick of putting brake fluid down the guts to get them to go, I set up, there we go, where is it? And here is a bottle, and there is this window washer bottle that just squirts brake fluid into the top of the motor, just for starting. Oh, there we go. See the little tube up there? Just makes the start a bit easier. I'll just chuck that other light on, make it easier quick. So with getting super motivated at the track, decided to gonna get a few things done for October. We got a private track day on the weekend of the 18th, and then Euro House in New Zealand, which is like a Euro car only, which hopefully this thing's sweet. It's got Japanese motor, but it's European chassis, so it should be sweet. Gonna just do a lot of reliability stuff to the car, so when I threw it together, I just didn't run an oil cooler, just ran a line. What I'm going to do is actually move the radiator right back to by the motor, make up a cowling for this, move that back but also tilt it like that, So I'm going to pull the motor back and then tilt the radiator, but then come up a bit as well, just to help it bleed out and whatnot. Keep the radiator a little bit higher to make sure all the air comes into the radiator and out the cap. And then that should leave me a nice bit of room down the bottom here to run one of these oil coolers. I just got to just give them all a check over and see which one's best. I think I've got some oil lines. I might have to go and get some of those made up. What else have we got? Getting a new intake for the carby, so I can run a big box filter over here. Obviously it's a bit sketchy running no filter at the moment, which is not ideal. Oh, and there's an oil leak down here somewhere I need to do a bit of homework on. I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it's coming out. It actually just looks like it's coming out by the exhaust somewhere. But I'm not sure. I need to do a bit of homework on what oil goes around there, or whether it's just a sump leaking. But that bottom bolt is actually stripped on the exhaust. I need to pull that off and helicoil it so that I can get it pulling up tight. You can see around here. I don't know if you need a torch. Hold up, let me get my phone. There. You can see on the side there, it's actually been chuffing out a little bit, which is obviously not cool. Makes it sound like shit. And we have to block off all the walls too for chrome. There's a few holes in the firewall and whatnot, and we have to block those off. What else do we do? Oh, the old Coke bottle oil overflow. And drilled the holes for these bonnet pins, because we did have nylock nuts on there, but they didn't like that. Who's this guy? What else was I going to do? Another thing I noticed, well, now that I actually got to drive it for a decent amount, I noticed that the pedal box, it's only quite a cheap one off Trade Me, but the clutch pedal is way too close. Like this, by the time you try and get your feet over, I'm going to split the pedal box and kick it over to the left a bit more. The brake and gas are not too badly, actually. I just want to level them out a bit. The gas pedal seems to always sit real far forward in comparison to the brake. So I'm just going to do a bit of work on them. Probably run some new reservoirs, because I don't really like the way those reservoirs are up outside in the engine bay. So I'm going to change those and just run the little pots on top. And what else is there? Oh, I'm going to get some gauges too, because at the moment I've got no gauges. I don't know anything that's going on in the car except for it's running. Just going to get oil pressure, water temp, and probably revs. And I'm also, hopefully before October, I'll get those coilovers rebuilt. And then I can set the ride heights. I should have some other front tyres by then. If not, I'll use those on the fronts because they're skinnier and they won't pop off, and find some wider tyres for the back. It's mostly just like reliability things. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. There's dust on there. Hold up, bear with me. Must have been grinding onto it because there's sparks on it. Oh well. When I got up into the gears, got up to like 4th gear, so I don't know what they would have been. It would have been like 80k or something, 80, 90k an hour. I could feel quite a hard vibration coming on. It was fine until then, and then you could hear it getting louder and louder. I think it's the drive shaft, or it felt like it was the drive shaft. You could feel it sort of was underneath in the running gear, because when I welded that up, I hadn't have it balanced or anything. I just did it as best as I could. It's all been phased, like it's all welded in the correct way, but I'm going to send that off. I think there's a dude out by Pyro that does it, so I'm just going to try and, I did have his number, I'm just going to try and find his number and send that off to him, get that balanced. It's mostly just a few maintenance things I want to do, just to get it sort of more reliable at the next track day, because the way it handled was super mint with those other better shocks in, not the shitty D2s. Once I get the Gaz Golds in, spend a bit of time setting up the suspension. I think it's gonna handle like a little pocket rocket. I think that's it. So what I'll do is probably later on this week, over the next couple of weeks, if you guys follow me on Instagram, it would be a bit more updated than the vlogs, but I'll probably start doing the radiator and an alloy diffuser soon. So the radiator I'll probably start maybe later this week. What is it, when? Or maybe this weekend. Pull the radiator out, move it back, and then start working out what I want to do, because I want to redo all the wiring too. Probably going to get, when I get closer to rewiring the whole thing, get my buddy Cam Latham. He's made some race looms. He's a bit of a wizard when it comes to wiring, so I'll get him to come and do it. He does a mean job, so he'll do a lot better than I could. And wiring sort of the one thing I want to be really simple and easy to maintain for reliability. So anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully it shouldn't be as long. It's been ages since the last vlog, but just been super busy trying to get mortgage sorted and all the boring grown-up stuff. So we'll catch you soon in the next video.